Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back. It's tea and tarot time with Julie. Grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, put your feet up, get yourself comfy. We're looking at the energy going on actually for this week. This isn't a timeless reading. This is going up on the 29th. I'm recording it on the 28th of May. Now, this weekend is a blue moon. All right, we've got two full moons in the same month. This one's in Sagittarius, and we're going to be looking at the impact on us that we're already feeling and how we can harness those energies. And we're going to be using tarot to get some advice and guidance. So get yourself comfy. Let's dive in. All right. Now, I did have a little look because I am not an astrologer, as you probably should know by now. Okay. So I looked, this is from Google. All right. So we have, this is a powerful full moon in Sagittarius on May the 31st. Okay. Well, depending where you are in the world, but according to where I am in the UK, it is the 31st. All right. And it's amplifying themes of truth, expansion, and sudden epiphanies. Those aha moments are coming in. So the key astrological themes, you can look this up yourself if you Google it. What's the full moon about? Truth and illumination. Sagittarius is a fire sign on truth, focus on truth and higher knowledge. This moon acts like a spotlight, helping you to discard, get rid of, dump those idealized illusions and confront deeply buried realities you may have been avoiding. All right. So it's anything else? It symbolizes ultimate completion. It's an ideal time to tie up loose ends, release long-standing tensions, and close old chapters before June. All right. So spiritual shift, right? We've also got Lilith involved. Not that I know what Lilith is about. Like I said, I am not an astrologer, but it says here that it pulls hidden emotions to the surface and prompts a reassessment of personal beliefs and goals and future directions. Okay, so let me close that down. If I was looking over there, it's because I was reading. I don't mean to not look at you. You know I love to look at you. So, and also, thank you. We hit 300,000 subscribers last night, and I am thrilled. I am so chuffed. So, as a thank you to you guys, I'm going to be going live this weekend, and I'm going to do some free readings, very brief ones, mini readings for you individually. I'll just pick and choose which ones I feel drawn to. There's usually hundreds of you want them. I can't do hundreds, but it'll be me kind of wanting to give back a little bit. So, thank you. All right. And to my fellow Brits, I know it's been a hard week. All right. And I know lots of you are not in Britain, but those of you who are, as we've lived through this extreme heat wave, the hottest May we've had ever on record, 5 days of temperatures for us that are extreme when we're looking at in the 90s. We can't cope. And for those of you who live in hot countries going, poof, what? And 90 degrees, nothing. You want to do 100, you want to do 110. Let me just explain. Our British houses are made of brick. Two skins of brick with insulation in the middle. They are designed to keep heat in, not out. And we don't have air conditioning. Less than 5% of our homes have air conditioning. And so we're basically living in an oven for several days, and we can't sleep, and we can't eat, and we can't function, and we just are in and out of a cold shower. It's a nightmare. And even those of you who live in hot countries, when you visit Britain in the rare, and they are rare, heat waves that we have that usually last 3 to 5 days, you're like, oh my God, what happened? It's only 34. That should be doable for us. Your houses are built differently. You've generally got aircon, all of those things. Anyway, we can't cope very well. But thankfully today, the temperatures have dropped by 10 degrees and I can function, I can cope, and I actually slept last night for the first time in 4 or 5 days. So I know I'm not waffling, but I just want you to recognise that I've got your back. All right, my beautiful Brits, we have had a hard week, but we're all right now. We'll get another 1 or 2 of these ridiculous heat waves or the end of the summer, but at least they're brief. Okay, let's dive in. Let's have a look at the tarot. I'm going to use the Marchetti deck. We're going to clarify. I don't know which deck we're going to use yet. They'll tell me nearer the time. All right, let's talk about this energy for this week then, and particularly this weekend with this full moon in Sagittarius, truths and illusions and freedom and fire. What's the advice for my beautiful collective? Okay, we've got the King of Swords with the Emperor and the Three of Swords. And what's he doing there? Let's see what we can find out. Okay, we've got the moon. There's that full moon. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the middle of your reading. All right, so whatever the central card is very important. All right, we've also got the Lovers. Blimey, Temperance. Look at all these major arcana cards, guys. Wow, okay. And we've got the Five of Coins with the Queen of Swords. So we've got the King and the Queen of Swords out. Clarity, truth, illusions being smashed open. Let me get you your affirmation card. Okay. All righty. For the collective for this week, end of May into June. Approval and inner knowing. Let's start there. Okay. Right. Come closer, let's chat. Okay, the only approval I need is my own. I trust my inner knowing. This is so relevant because of this blue moon, this full moon thingy, all right? Full moons are about closures, all right? What are we finishing off? What are we, like it says, like Google says, completion, right? What are we completing? What are we finishing off? Now, as we kind of have those aha moments, which we are continuing to have because of Uranus, thank you for correcting my pronunciation, in Gemini, which is all about the aha moments, the truth, the clarity. And this reading is really highlighting it. So what are you seeing? What are you becoming aware of? What are you noticing that you haven't noticed before? What is coming up from the depths that you kind of, I've been putting that off for long enough. I need to look at it now. What's going on? All right. So as this stuff comes up, there will be a sense of disapproval. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. Those are all tellings off. Should have done this, or could have done that. Oh, I would have done that if I'd have known about that at the time. All of that, woulda, shoulda, couldas, is about judgment and harshness and tellings off, right? So I want you to focus on the approval, especially over the next few days. You see, although the full moon hits on one particular day, I feel it for about 3 days before and 3 days after, as well as the day off. So that's a week. All right. So basically, we're in it now because the full moon is the 31st and we are 29th. This is going live. We're in it now. So we're feeling it. What's coming up? What's coming up to the surface? What is the illusion? What is the confusion? Now, I want you to bring into our awareness your approval, disapproval. I shouldn't be feeling this. I shouldn't be looking at that. Why am I looking at this now? Take it all away. And instead, I want you to come into this inner knowing, all right? What is your inner being? What's it saying? What's it feeling? What's it bringing up for you? Because as it says on the card, taken from my From Hoping to Having book there, right? That the only approval any adult needs is their own sense of their own moral compass, their own sense of right and wrong, their own sense of awareness. I don't need anybody else to validate it for me. I don't need anybody else to approve it for me. This is what my inner being is saying, and this is what I have to follow. That's what's going on, right? So I want you to look over the next week where you are judging harshly, unfairly, and I want you to take it away and say, let's just look at what my inner being is actually saying, right? And does this feel right for me to look at this, to be aware of this, to let this come forward? If it does, then I'm letting it. Just follow your own inner guidance on this. Not me, not the world and his wife, not everybody else. Listen to your own inner guidance, okay? Right, so let's look at this then. So we're starting off. Oh, hang on. All right. Okay. So my spiritual team are saying, can we just do an overview? Let's do an overview and then we'll dive into each card. Right. Major Arcana. Emperor, Moon, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, Temperance. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot out of 9 cards, all right? And the whole of the middle row here is all major arcana cards. So what's that mean? Why is it relevant? Well, because the major arcana is saying this is big, this is important, this is significant. This isn't just the day-to-day nitty-gritty detail. This is really important, okay? So when we look at this first row with the King of Swords, which is all about clarity, with the moon, there's that full moon in Sagittarius coming up, which is bringing things up to the surface. Why? Temperance, in order to be healed, understood, balanced, restored. So let's look at them. Okay, right. Okay, King of Swords, the clarity, the intelligence, the logic, the information, and then processing it. We're in Gemini season, all about processing, analysing, looking at everything. Very King of Swords, all right? This is expertise. This is, I know what I'm looking at here. Let me just get rid of that for a little minute, all right? So we can focus on these cards. So the King of Swords, this is you. Looking at, never mind what your academic stuff is, that's rubbish anyway, in terms of your own inner knowledge, right? We are listening to our thoughts, our beliefs, our logic, our awareness. We're processing, we're analysing, we're figuring it out. We are the clarity. It's just like, oh, okay then. That's what I need to look at. This is what's going on. Now, the moon comes up, which is what we're in. And the moon, of course, is all about what's hidden, what we can't see. It's our fears, our wibbles, our wobbles, our insecurities. And as the moon becomes fuller and lighter and brighter, we start to see things we didn't see before. So we're processing them with that King of Swords. We're figuring it out. You might be writing, journaling, you might be meditating, you might be talking with a friend, because swords is air energy, mental energy, right? Working it out. Why? So that we can come into this healing. This Temperance card is about restoring harmony and balance, alchemy. It's right, this comes up from the moon energy, and it might bring up with it some hurt. We got the 3 of Swords here, the 5 of Coins, a sense of lack, nobody loves me, victim energy. Let it come. Don't judge it. All right, yeah, I know. Yeah, I shouldn't be feeling that, and I shouldn't be thinking that. Woulda, shoulda, couldas, let them go. Let it come up, whatever it is. Then we're going to process, we're going to analyze, we're going to allow it to restore and balance. You see, with the Temperance card, you've got the balance of the fire and the water coming into harmony from a place of truth, from a place of clarity. So it's a very strong message of let stuff come up to the surface, becoming aware, becoming, what's the word? I can't quite hear you. Say louder, please. Okay, they're saying a greater and deeper understanding of yourself and your circumstances than you've had before. All right, so it's bringing this information up. Now, what we're going to do about it, we've got the Emperor with the Wheel of Fortune and the 5 of Coins. So let's look at these. All right, so the Emperor. Now, we have this power within us, this agency. The Emperor is in charge of his own life, his world, his destination, his future. Destination? Destiny, I was going to say, but destination is what come out. Yeah, your future. Where am I going? What do I want? Why do I want it? I sound like a cheerleader, don't I? We don't have them over here particularly. But it is really coming into this. Yeah, they're doing it again. I'm hearing it, like the chanting, all right? What do I want? Why do I want it? Where am I going? Right? You're in that energy, but from a real place of clarity. And so you take charge of your own world and life and destiny. You listen to that inner voice, inner knowing, inner voying. All right, inner voying. There's a new word for you there. Inner voice and inner knowing combined. Listen to them both. Let it come up. Let it guide you. Because what is that inner voice? It's your heart. It's your soul. It's your deepest, real, true self trying to be heard, trying to be seen. Let yourself see it, hear it, process it, understand it, accept it, love it, and then you're taking the lead on taking it forward. Now it's happening now, Wheel of Fortune, because the time is right. This is the time for us to look at this stuff so that we can process it, understand it, analyze it, work it out, and take charge of our life. This is the right time. Now, it is fortunate. It's a blessing. It needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. Now, no pressure. You haven't got to do this over the next week. You haven't got to do anything. When we have these energies, it isn't the universe saying, "Oi, excuse me, got to do this now." Right? No, 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 it don't work like that. You have free will. You can say, "I haven't got time for that, leave me alone," and it'll go. It'll go. This is suggesting the energy right now is really helpful to bring stuff up to the surface for you to see what is fake and false, what's an illusion, what is incorrect. Talking of incorrect, let me just correct, because I'm all about truth. I can't be doing with ambiguity or, misinformation. I've had many comments from you. Thank you very much about my diagnosis of ADHD and autism. I have to correct that. I have not received a diagnosis at all. I might have one, I might have both, I might have neither. I don't know yet because I'm in the process of the assessments. So you've misunderstood, or I didn't explain it clearly. So what I explained was I did an initial assessment. That's the way we do it in the UK. You do an initial assessment for about an hour and a half, fill in a lot of forms and see, are there traits? Are there enough indicators to warrant going into a full assessment, which is exhausting and expensive? So if there isn't enough traits, you don't go forward. There was with my initial assessment. And so I made the decision. It is going to be draining, it is going to be expensive, but it feels right and I want to do it. I want to find out because I am all about understanding myself, understanding my behavior, being able to look at what I can improve. All right, because I'm a Virgo, I'm always about improvement, and also what I can accept because you can't improve that. It just is what it is. All right. And so this for me is about an understanding. When I get the results, which won't be for weeks, I will share them with you. Okay. All right. Now, you may be going through something similar yourself. You're letting stuff come up so that you can find out more about it. You can process it. You can understand it. You can either work on it or you can say, there's nothing to work on there. It is what it is. So I accept it. This is what is going on. And that's what that 5 of coins is there for. Now, 5 of coins can be, and most people see it as lack, as, I haven't got any money. And it absolutely can talk about that financial struggle, poverty, lack, right? But it's not just in money. It's lack in confidence, lack in trust, lack in support, lack in self-belief. It's a victim card of life is hard and I'm not coping, right? So we need to, again, recognize it, let it come forward, and then examine it and see what we can do to help things, to support things, right? So this is all about this strong energy here. When we look at it across this, we've got temperance next to the 5 of coins. We've got this balancing, healing energy next to where everything feels lack, not just money, but this could be lacking in energy, lacking in health, lacking in any sense of a future. It's lacking in clarity. Just let it come up and it's going to then restore and heal. But a decision needs to be made. Let's look at these 3. All right. So what we've got here, the 3 of Swords, which is the hurt, where I've been in tears, where life has been hard, where I feel like I've been stabbed in my heart and it hurts. And let's not dress it up or pretend otherwise. It hurts. It's bloody painful. Right. Let's let it come up. Then let's make a decision that we are going to look at it really clearly. Now, the Queen of Swords can be a bit blunt, a bit sharp. So I want you to look at it, but I want you to try and be a little bit kind, please. Right now, the Queen of Cups, which is all about that compassion, and let's do it very gently. Yes, self-loving. The Queen of Swords is like, never mind all of that washy, lovey-dovey stuff. Let's just get to the truth. Let's just use that sword to cut through illusion and confusion and all the BS, and let's just get to the truth. That's the energy you're in, which could feel a little bit hard. And that's why I want you to trust your inner knowing, right? This is where this is the advice about approval. The only approval you need is your own. I trust my inner knowing. If your inner being says, I need to look at this in a very sharp and a very blunt way, follow it. If this is about looking at others' behavior around you and how it impacts on you, this is a real truth card. This is the Queen of Truth. No more illusion and confusion. Who's upset you? Why is it upset you? What's it about? Is it about expectations? Is it about unfairness? You're going to look at the whole thing, and particularly around the lovers, around relationships, those relationships that hurt and harm. And why? You're looking at the whole thing. Oh, it's a truth bomb this weekend, isn't it? It's a truth bomb. But it needs to happen because Spirit is saying, the universe is saying, the time is absolutely perfect, right? We can live our worlds in illusion, confusion, that, you know, like with this thing with me with the ADHD, this might not be me at all. I might, you know, be in some kind of fantasy illusion, and that's okay. It'll be like, okay, well, at least I know now. I thought maybe it was, then I was like, maybe it isn't, maybe it. So at least I'll know. It's that kind of, at least I know, because I want to live my life in a way that is truthful. This is you I'm talking to, not about me here. All right. Well, all of us, we want to live our life from our most authentic, truthful, honest, open way. Right. So many of us put the mask on, put this face on, put the smile on. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm not. I'm not fine at all. Right. Be honest then. Now, you're not always going to share that with everybody. Of course, it's not necessarily appropriate to share it with everybody. So a certain level of appropriateness, I completely agree here. But be honest with you. You know, if you're not okay, tell yourself I'm not okay. And then look at, right, why aren't I? Let's look at it. Let's take this King and Queen of truth, of clarity. Let's shed some light on it. So let's pull these together before we clarify, all right? Look at this diagonal. We've got the King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Swords, right? So we've got both of them coming into the middle with this Wheel of Fortune. Truth and clarity, expertise, logic, honesty coming into this particular time. This is fate. This is destined. This is meant to be. I've got to look at this now. Well, I haven't got to do anything, but it's in my favor to do that. Look at this row. This is the healing, the restoring at the right time to heal those wounds in the heart. Why? Because we're moving into ascension, because we're moving into living from the heart. If we have wounds in our heart and we're living from the heart, we're going to be living in pain, and we don't want that. We want to heal it. When we look at this row, all three of these major arcanas, by allowing the feelings, the emotions, everything that truthfully is going on underneath to come up to the surface at this time, it enables us to make decisions from a place of truth, of clarity, of honesty. We're looking at the lack. We're looking at where we are left out, unsupported, where we feel alone, why we feel alone, why we feel we should have. Yeah, back to the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Well, I should be in a relationship. I should have wonderful relationships with my family. I should have a great job with loads of money. I should. These woulda, shoulda, couldas, what they do is create the lack. They create the sense of beating yourself up and life is pants. Yeah. And it's like, right, no. Let's look at it all and say, okay, when I can't pick him up now, the Emperor, when I take mastery, when I take charge, I can absolutely bring it into balance. So let's find out some more. Which deck? Well, okay, we're using the Lightseers Tarot. Let's find out some more then. Okay, tell me more about the King of Swords for the collective around this full moon reading. Oh, hello, we've got the Fool. How lovely. All right. Why? I mean, as it said there on Google, that this sort of blue moon, second moon in the month, is to clear, complete before we move into June. I don't think that'll happen, because when's June? Tuesday? Monday? Monday. Right, Monday. That we're not going to get this done by Monday. All right. And the universe doesn't work on, 24-hour cycles. It's a flow and it's an ebb, right? But generally, yes, we're moving into a new beginning. And we want to move into that new beginning from a place of clarity and truth and awareness. No more blindfolds, no more masks. All right, I can put a mask on if I choose to for other people, but not because I'm looking for your approval. It's just this awakening. That's really what this is about. It's awakening to my magnificence, to my new beginning, to my future. It's an awakening. And I'm ready to step into that from a place of magic. We've got the Magician at the bottom. I'm not going to take him because if he wants to come out, he'll come back out. But from this place of I'm doing it, I'm sorting it, I'm looking at it, and then I can make decisions from an informed place. So Four of Pentacles is saying, let's look at the safety, the security, this is a card of I do have enough, right? She's got her bag with her Four Pentacles, but she's holding it very tight, very kind of, oh, mine, all right? It's like, I'm scared to death to let this go in case all the coins fall out and I lose everything. It's a card of I do have enough, but I'm not quite trusting it. I'm not quite feeling safe enough to open my energy and relax a little bit. So I want you to ask yourself why you don't feel safe enough to relax a little bit, what you're holding on to, why you're holding on to it, and what you can do to potentially let it go. Because the Fool is saying it's time for a new beginning. So let's step into trust. Let's step into allowing and knowing that there is enough and that it's going to be okay. As we do that, we open up to choices, options, opportunities, Seven of Cups. We don't have to look at it all. We don't 7 different things. That could be a bit overwhelming. Pick one, focus on one. That's fine. You might want to do them all. You don't have to. You might be looking at your income, your job, your relationships, your health, your energy, your mental attitude. That can be a little bit overwhelming. All right. And if you can do all of them, grand, crack on. But if not, just pick one. One will do. All right. One will make a significant change within itself. Six of Cups, I want you to look at where, let's just talk about this one for a minute. Six of Cups is all about nostalgia, people from the past, situations from the past, experiences in the past. It's looking at it and saying, rather than, I've been through some real crap here and, woe is me because I've been hurt. And there's no doubt you have. I think all of us have, haven't we? Right? Three of Swords. We've all had our hearts trashed, usually on more than one occasion. And are we going to live in that pain forever? Or are we going to say, okay, what did I learn from it? How did I grow from it? What was the expansion for me? Let's move on into allowing that knowledge and wisdom to come forward. So the Six of Cups is, yes, looking at the past, allowing your soul to guide you, your inner being. But it's also to say, how have I gained? How have I grown? What have I learned? Let's find out some more. I just want another two. The Tower with Judgment. Well, isn't that a beautiful conclusion? A beautiful conclusion. Right, so many of you fear the Tower. Don't. If you just trust. The Tower comes in to smash open, to break open, to shine a light on, to rid restrictions, right? The Tower is the lightning bolt that smashes everything open so we can see and sort out what do we want to keep, what do we want to get rid of. The Tower comes at the most perfect opportune time. So we're in this full moon that is going to smash open illusion, confusion, and we are then going to rise like the phoenix. We have the Judgment card. This is the rebirth. Out of the ashes, the phoenix rises. And that's what this is about. What am I seeing that I really can now take my power with the Emperor, take direction and agency of my own life, and really start to rebuild a life and world that's based on truth and clarity and honesty and the real me, because that is what all of us are in at the moment. Don't be scared. So many of you fear the Tower. Try not to. All right. Imagining that the Tower is falling on something that was already broken, toxic, not good for you, and it frees you. I see the Tower as a freeing, liberating energy, and especially when it's coming out with Judgment, which absolutely confirms it, because the Judgment is the rising up. I've learned everything I can from that situation. I'm free from it now. I've taken the learning, the growth, the development, the awareness, and I've grown into this spectacular person that is now rising like the phoenix. That's what you're doing, my beautiful people. And it is wonderful. It is exciting. It is liberating. So enjoy, okay? All righty, let's finish off with an angel card, and we have two. I know it. So the full moon is about releasing. That's what the energy is. The new moon energy is about manifesting. Full moon is releasing. This is the angel oracle. The artwork is by Duguay. All right, we've got number 5, which is change. Releasing. And look at this energy coming out from the heart. And on the table, we've got that 3 of Swords, the hurt heart. So it's coming out so that the heart can be free. And we also have opportunity. And this is what I'm saying to you. That Tower falling is giving you the opportunity to free yourself from what is fake, what is illusion, what is not for you. It's helping you to see it all. And number 21 is the opportunity, which is a 3, and 3s are about growth. And so you are releasing what was hidden, what was deeper down, what was in the way. And this creates wonderful opportunities for you to move forward. Very, very exciting. I really love this. So my beautiful collective, that's what I have for you. If some of you can join me for the live, I'm not sure whether it'll be Saturday or Sunday yet. Depends how my energy is. And it'll be somewhere between, I would say, probably 5 and 7 in the evening UK time. But as soon as I kind of know when it is, I'll put it out. All right, I'll let you know. Okay. And otherwise, I will see you next week for the collective reading, and your individual signs are currently going out. The first 6 are up, and the next 6 will be up in the next week. So hope they are helpful for you. I will see you soon. Lots of love to you all. Bye-bye.